Hi, girlfriends. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? I am so excited to be here. So I am just hoping that we can get a few of you virtual to join us. We are having our first ever Longarm and Loving It Quilt Guild, where we're going to learn all things long arm and loving it. So it will be on site, and online. And I'm going to do some introductions in just a few minutes, but I thought we'll just get started. So I'm just going to wait and see if I have anybody that wants to join us. And then we'll go. So who do I have on with me that is online? Hello, Debbie. How are you doing? It's our first one, and I'm so excited. Carla, hello, hello, hello. We are just a few minutes early, and I am going to make some introductions and do some things, but I wanted to make sure everything was working, that we were all on, and it is our first ever MGQS Long Arm and Loving It Guild. It's a guild where we are going to share and do all things. We were just going to do it in-house, but you guys said you wanted to join, so we're going to see how this goes, and it should be really, really fun. Pat, you're in Florida. Good morning. I wish everybody was here locally too, but this is the next best thing. So I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes. We have 3 or 4 minutes, and then I will introduce Rebecca, who is running the show.
Yay.
So
Yay.
Yes,
thanks for being here.
Yes, welcome. So everybody knows Rebecca, and if you don't know her, this is Rebecca Dean. She is our Long Arm and Loving It expert, in-house expert. She comes with so much experience, and we can learn so much from her. And she is going to kind of take the reins. And so I'm your filmer. Does that scare anybody out there? Hi, Debbie.
No, it doesn't scare us. You're
doesn't
great.
Scare anybody.
Allison is great.
So I'm just going to go through just a few little online things, and then we will actually get started. But if you are joining us for the first time and you are not part of our MGQS Long Arm and Loving It Facebook group, this is where it will be hosted going forward. So I've kind of opened it up to everybody. Good. So we Wonderful. Are everybody, but before next week, which is before next month.
Yes.
Before February.
I think it's February 8th.
Yes, be sure to join our Long Arm and Loving It Facebook group. This is where we'll kind of spearhead things. This is where you'll show up. There's tips and tricks. This is where we'll build the community. So be sure you're part of that group. You'll have to answer a few questions, and it's a private group. So then we will accept you into that group. So after today, this is where we will house the guild.
Yes.
And so the other thing that I want to say is, if there are things you're looking for, be sure to share that on there. Be sure to send Rebecca or myself any information.
Good.
Any information that you want. And no, Debbie, it is not brand specific. Nope. We want all things long arm here. So this is the guild that you can join the group here. Thank you for whoever put that up. That is absolutely fantastic. I was going to type it in while we were there. But like I said, you can reach us also at 435-213-3229. Ask for Rebecca or myself, and
we can help you.
Yes, we can help you.
Anything you need.
Yep. And so with that, I think we're ready to get started. So are you ready to get started?
I'm ready to get started.
Okay. All right. We're going to just pretend we're part of the group. I'm going to turn you around.
Okay.
I have this fun little thing. I know.
That's
Do you
wonderful.
like this stand? Look how fun this is. And we will.
Where I can be.
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to close these blinds really quick.
Yeah, let's close the blinds, because that does not look very good. Blinding us just a little bit. And we have a few more people coming in. Yes, thank you, William. I did stay safe, and it is cold, but it's not too bad out there today, thank heavens, yet. Come in. Hi, how are you?
Welcome. Thank you. Welcome to have a seat. Thanks.
So, yeah, that's looking much better. So, welcome everybody to Long Arm and Loving It Quilt Guild. We hope that this turns into something so fun. We hope this is a great community. We have some fun things planned that we will talk about. This is our group, not our group, but our group. So yes, so we will meet going forward at 10 o'clock. Yeah, does that work for everybody? Okay. Yes, we thought if we did it maybe just a little bit early. We had some requests from our online community, yes. And they are on the East Coast, and so the later we get in the day, the later it is for them. So we're like, sorry, Pacific Coasters, you guys have to get up a little bit early. but we're gonna go 10 o'clock. So, all right, here we go.
Okay. Also moving forward, for those of you that are here, if the weather's bad, we're doing this on our Facebook page as well. So if you want to join us and you don't want to make the trek, that's perfectly fine. I know. I'm gonna do this. Do you want to just put it right in front of?
Yep, I'm gonna come right over here. Linda. You guys get my ugly mug for a minute. That's beautiful. I said to Rebecca today, I'm like, oh, I don't have to be on film, so I can wear my sweatshirt and grubby it up.
You know, never say never. Such a cute sweatshirt, though. I love how cute it is. It just, I've been doing a lot of crocheting, and I'm like, well, I just want just the fabric. Anyways, I hope everyone online can see me. We'll just play with both audiences. Welcome. I have a few announcements that I want to let everyone know about. I have paper and pen over here, Linda, on the, and I just need to find my sticky note wherever I put that. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling a little scattered all of a sudden.
She did something.
I'll be right back. I thought I had it in my hand. Nope, I don't. It's right here. Okay.
Come over here so they can read comments if I need to answer anybody.
Okay, these are our announcements. I will also put them on the Longarm and Loving It Facebook page. That's where we're going to be streaming our club or the guild from then on. But some of the announcements are, we have some classes coming up. We're excited about that. They are in-person classes. We have handy quilter educator Kate Collins coming, and she's going to teach us some things. This is the 24th, 25th, and 26th of January. There are still a few spots that are open, so if you haven't signed up yet, there's still a chance for you to sign up. Let me think. January 24th is an all-day class. It's from 9 to 4. It's Basics of Long Arm and Free Motion Foundation. Then January 25th, it's a half day, 9 to 12. How do I quilt it? Also January 25th, 1 to 4 is Mark It Up. January 26th is from 9 to 12 is called Border Magic, teaching us how to do some borders on our quilts. And then also January 26th from 1 to 4 is a ghost on the quilt. And that's basically focusing on negative space on your quilts. So then we have some more in-person classes. One in February. I'm working on the date, and I will post that as soon as I get a date. But we're gonna work with tension. So it's basically a tension workshop. So if you struggle with tension on your threads, February class is anyways, pay attention for that. And then March, we also have a class, and we're going to be doing edge-to-edge basics. And in that class, you're going to do an edge-to-edge quilt, a very small one, and then we're going to be donating those quilts to probably the local police department is what I'm thinking, for their needs with children. Anyways, so that's our announcements. Any questions so far about the announcements? Fantastic. Okay. If you have any questions about costs on classes and stuff, don't hesitate to reach out to me, but I will also be posting this on the Facebook page as well. I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I don't know all of you, and so I've gotten a chance to work with Lisa quite a bit. I'm excited that she's here today, and I've been able to work with a few of you a little bit, but I just want to introduce myself. My name is Rebecca Dean. I have been, let me think, I've been long arm quilting for about 20 years. I have been using a handy quilter machine for about 5 years. I have a unique perspective is because I worked at Handy Quilter in their manufacturing facility. I worked there for almost 5 years. And I worked in production, first of all, doing some quality testing in production. And then I moved to the testing team. I was still on the quality team, but I also got to work with the engineers and the development side of things, so that I got to help develop the products for Handy Quilter as well. So I feel like I have a really good understanding of what quilters want. And I also have a good understanding of how machines work. And it's not just Handy Quilter machines. I'm very versed in lots of different brands of Longarm machines. I just focus on Handy Quilter because that's what we sell, first of all. And then that's most of my experience. I have been piecing for more than 20 years. And I've been with girlfriends for just a little over a year and, I don't know, 3 months. So I've been excited to be here. I started out as the Orem store manager. Some of you may remember that. Anyways, and now we've moved up to Logan, and I'm here full time. So anyways, I love being here. I love Longarm. It's my passion. It's what drives me every day. So if you have questions, hopefully I can be a resource for you. Today we have a little demo also that I want to show and share everyone. First of all, I would love to just, is there any questions so far? That's my first thing. I don't like to just keep rolling on. I like to answer questions as I go.
The classes you announced, will they be virtual?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
They will.
All right.
Yes, they will.
We will post that information.
It's with those classes virtually, we are going to do some hands-on. So if you're in front of your machine, that's the best way to learn. But we will also record them and make them available for you if you're not able to be right in front of your machine.
Okay.
So thank you. That's a great question. So I'm just going to come over to the Moxie over here. We're going to talk about feet today. And I'd love to know what everybody's machine is too. You know what? Before let's just do that. What machine does everyone have? We'll start over here with Julie. Okay, Handy Quilter 16.
I have the baby lock.
Regalia. Yes, you do. Okay. The Regalia. Okay. Do you have Pro Stitcher? Do you have Pro Stitcher?
Yes.
Okay. Julie, do you have Pro Stitcher? Okay.
I have the Regalia also and Pro Stitcher.
Okay, wonderful. And if you guys want to type in the comments, if you guys have a Longarm quilting machine, I would love to know what machine everyone has.
Oh, okay.
It just helps me understand, where to point my attention. So I see
there's some Moxie, some
in.
Berninas.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so today I am just going to talk about what feet do for your quilting machine. I think the foot on your machine is pretty important, and I am all about using the right tool for the job. So if you want to join me over at the Moxie XL, you're welcome to bring your chair if you'd like. If you want a chair, I'll go grab you one. Anyways, but I'm just going to come over here to the Moxie XL.
Okay, we're going to go with her. I'm going to come on this side, because if not, I have that window right in the way.
Oh yeah, that is an awful window. Okay, so we're gonna look right here. So this is the regular hopping foot that comes on most machines. I don't think I've seen a quilting machine that doesn't have a foot that's like this. And if you think about it, quilting machines don't have feed dogs, right? They don't have what our regular sewing machines have. And so there needs to be a way for the foot to be able to come in contact with the fabric so that it can make this stitch. I have a video that I'm going to share on the Longarm and Loving It page about how important the foot is in making the stitch. And anyways, so the foot actually hops. So it's on a spring, and every time the needle goes down, the foot goes down, and every time the needle comes up, the foot comes up. That makes it so it can make the stitch as it's down, and then move up as you're traveling, and then make another stitch. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is just a regular hopping foot that comes with the machine. You can see that as I put the needle down, if you watch that foot, it comes up and moves down as as the needle moves up and down. With the regular hopping foot, it works wonders if you're just quilting on regular fabric. If you're quilting on a quilt, or if you're quilting on, like I do a lot of applique work, so I'm gonna just put these out on my quilt as I would an applique. And then I would use my machine and stitch straight lines across these pieces of fabric. If I was using this hopping foot, you can see, that didn't work, but as I'm going across these pieces of fabric, sometimes my foot can get caught on my fabric. And that is not a pretty sight. If it was stitching and we caught that fabric, it would tie up and it would probably break the needle, and it may throw my timing off. So I stay away from the hopping foot as much as possible if I'm doing quilts that have bulky seams, or if I'm doing applique work. And so I use what's called the glide foot. I'm going to see if I can show users at home. This is the glide foot. It is available for handy quilter machines, Janome machines, let me think, baby lock machines, and I'm sure that Bernina probably has something like this. It's a bowl that is rounded on the bottom, kind of a spherical shape on the bottom. So this is called the glide foot. And if this is available for your machine, I want to show you how much better and how easy this is to use when you're.
Do you guys have this foot?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have this foot. I don't recommend using any other foot when you're quilting.
May I ask a question?
Yes, please.
There's a little piece, a washer.
Yes.
When I called Handy Quilter, they told me it was on the website. I couldn't find it anywhere. It's $1.40.
Okay.
So that you don't, when you're screw driving that on.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Before you leave today, I will give you a direct line number to our customer service rep at Handy Quilter, and he can help you order that and get it sent to you.
Okay.
Anyways, this is the glide foot. It now has a little metal washer that goes between the foot and the screw. And we are just going to put this on the machine. It's a little different on the Moxie XL because the hopping foot is behind the needle as opposed to the side of the needle. I just scooped it in. Yes, good question, Kyle. The question was, how did you get that under there? We're just going to tighten up this screw. Since this is a plastic foot, we don't want to tighten it up too much, but we don't want our foot to rotate at all. So I am just kind of twisting this to make sure that it's tight, and it is. It's really nice. So now, as I go over these fabric squares, if I'm stitching, I can go side to side, I can go up and down, and because of the bowl, I should probably do this a little slower for the online folks. Because of the bowl, it just glides right over the top of anything that is in its circumference. So it is really great for bulky seams, if you're doing applique, even if you're going off of your quilt and back onto your quilt. I know I typically quilt off the edge of my top and then quilt back onto the edge or quilt back into the center. And so it won't catch the fabric at all. I use this foot for probably 85% of everything that I do. So if you don't have a foot that's like this glide foot for your machine, I would highly recommend it. It just makes it so that we don't get puckers, we don't get pleats, we don't get fabric caught up in our foot, especially if we're doing some specialty things. But I also think this is imperative with pro stitcher. Like I wouldn't use this with anything else, or pro stitcher with any other foot. You can use, for everyone at home, Pro Stitcher is or online, sorry. Pro Stitcher is the computerized version of quilting. Anyways, but you could quilt with this foot. It just is not practical to me. So anyways, that's my 2 cents worth. I love this Glide 2 foot. There are a couple of other feet that I just want to introduce you to if you don't know about them. So the first one is one of my favorites. This is called the Micro Quilting Foot. This is also by Handy Quilter and will work with Janome long arms, Baby Lock long arms, Handy Quilter long arms, and a King Quilter long arm if there's any King Quilter users out there. But basically, this foot doesn't have, I'm going to show you the difference between the feet. It doesn't have the circle that this other foot does. And this is basically for microscopic quilting. So I just want to show you comparatively the difference between these 2 feet. And this foot is just called the Micro Quilting Foot and is specifically for microscopic quilting. So if you're going to do miniature stuff, if you're going to do really, really tiny work, I've seen some miniature quilts.
I'm checking questions.
That are, let me think. I've seen quilts that are, I don't know, 8 inches square, and it's a whole quilt. And honestly, the quilting is microscopic. So this is the foot that you would use. I absolutely love it. If you don't do any microscopic work, then this might not be for you. But I love it because you can see the needle so nicely. So if you're doing anything very intricate, this is the foot that I would recommend.
Is Handy Quilter replacing their old glides with the bracket, with new ones with the bracket?
If your foot is broken, so if the glide foot is broken, Handy Quilter will replace it one time. You just need to call and talk to our technical solutions department. I can post the information of the phone number there on the Facebook page when we're done here, and you can call them and just say, hey, I bought a glide foot, it's broken. I'd like to get it replaced.
But they're not just replacing, just for
correct.
replacing.
Correct.
Okay, you need to
if you do want the washer, I believe it's $1.40, and I'll leave our phone number and on our Facebook page, and you can call and we can get it ordered for them.
Perfect.
Okay. The next foot that I just want to talk about is the Shore Foot. The Shore Foot is, here, I'll show everyone at home. The Shore Foot, this is used for ruler work. So if any of you have a ruler base and want to do some ruler work, the Shore Foot is the foot that you would want. And I want to show you the difference again. Here's the Shore Foot, here's the regular foot. Okay. So the reason that they're different is the Shore Foot works, and these are upside down, friends. Let me figure out. This is the Shore Foot. This is the regular foot.
So the Shore Foot is thicker.
It is thicker. It's higher. And so it basically works with your rulers. And I have a ruler right here so that, let's get this on camera, so that the ruler just fits right up nicely. And there's less of a chance of hitting the ruler with the needle. So anyways, you don't want to hit your ruler with the needle. Anyways, that's the reason that it's so thick. Okay. And I wouldn't use these 2 tools without the ruler base. The ruler base is just a little table that connects to your machine that just gives you some more stability for your ruler. Okay. Anyways, so there's the Shore Foot, and I love to do ruler work. I love straight line quilting. That's one of my favorite things to do. So I use the ruler a lot. So the Shore Foot, you can use the hopping foot or the regular hopping foot, but I really would not recommend it. I have a friend that calls me probably every 6 months and says, I think I did it again. I think I hit the ruler with my needle and it broke, and now my machine is skipping stitches. Anyways, that's a perfect example of throwing the machine out of time. Anyways, and so she brings her machine, up every about 6 months, because I need to make sure that maybe a gift would be the short foot for her. And then the last foot that I want to talk about today is the square feet. It's a set. So this is the square feet set. There are two. One is a 1/4 inch seam, and then one is a 1/2 inch seam. And I use the 1/4 inch seam for doing several things. You could use it to go around the outside of these applique pieces and have a perfect 1/4 inch all the way around. You could also use it for doing binding. I do binding on the long arm, and eventually we'll have a class in person on that. There is a tutorial online as well on the regular My Girlfriend's Facebook page. Anyways, but I love to put binding on my long arm because it's so fast. I just sew it on the top, and then when I take the quilt off, then I will turn it to the back once I've trimmed it. But anyways, that is a fun foot to use. I just need a drink really quickly. And then I also do some piecing on the long arm. So if anybody's heard of the jelly roll race or a jelly roll quilt, that's another class that I think we're going to eventually do, or maybe one of the tutorials that we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do some piecing on your long arm so that you can just do a quick, fast project, have it quilted and finished all at the same time. So that's another reason why I would use either one of these feet. Those are my favorite feet. And I know for other users, if you're a Gamma user or a Bernina user, I'm pretty sure Bernina has other feet, but I am not sure if
Gamma has other feet.
Gamma has other feet. I used Gamma used the Gamma machine for years, and I don't think that I ever changed the foot, so I'm not sure. Okay, someone says yes. Oh, that's maybe just an answer to a question.
Yep.
Okay. Questions so far about feet?
Debbie, thank you for joining us. Be sure to put this on the schedule because this is going to be such a fun group. Yeah, Tammy says the Innova has several feet. So.
Okay, thank you for reminding me. There is the Innova out there. There's several out there. So switching up your foot for the exact project is kind of like using one screwdriver. If you don't change your foot out, it's like using one screwdriver bit for every screw that you use in your house. And I don't know, that's not practical to me, right? So if there's no other questions, that is the demo that I have for today. You're welcome to sit down. I did plan to have show and tell. So I didn't notice that anyone brought show and tell.
Okay, so let's talk about show and tell online.
Yes.
So we really would like everyone to join the private Facebook group, the Longarm and Loving It. And after we do the demonstration, then we would like to do show and tell online. So what we'll do is if you guys have anything you want to show or tell or any of that, please be sure to post it. So join that group and post it. You can post it on friends of my girlfriends, but let's move it over to that line. And we in-house will also have this group, will, if they're okay with it, take pictures and we'll post and we'll do those things. Yes. So I'm going to take this group here. We're going to answer some questions. Okay. I'm going to leave you with this other group. And then we will see everybody next month.
Okay. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. All right, gang. So that is our first guild meeting. And so all the show and tells, Rebecca is going to post online so that you will be able to see that. We're going to head here where the light's just a little bit better because I want to ask if you have any questions that I can answer. So I will make sure that all those feet she talked about get online so that if you are interested in any of them, that you can. Like I said, Rebecca is our expert. And so if you have any questions or if you have another machine, we're happy to do the research for you and find out how we can help you. Does anybody else have anything that they want to add or any questions? Different kinds of things. We're working on microphones. We're working on all kinds of ways. This was just kind of our first go at this. And virtual, we didn't plan on virtual, but then you spoke and we said, hey, why not? So if you have anything that you need, be sure to let us know. All right. Well, if not, I just want to welcome everybody here. And we will be sure to keep you posted for next month. Longarm like crazy. This is a free guild, Wendy, so you are welcome to just join and be a part of it. There's no cost. Hey, Robin, how are you? And with that, be sure to get over to that Facebook page, because there's going to be a lot of fun things and lots of information that will be coming up between now and our next meeting. And like I said, I've posted the banner. So we'll meet in Smithfield and online the second Thursday of every month at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So, all right. Well, I'm Allison. Rebecca's downstairs. You can call our customer service ladies. They're great. And I'll see you soon, but we'll see you with this group next month. All right.